Melakaliki Maka, and again, Melakaliki Maka. Welcome to another edition of Let's Build Gunpla. I've got a new kit to start today. Oof, that's the shakes. Got a new kit to start today. I'm really excited about it. I've also got a Christmas gift from my good friend, Yuki. I've got their YouTube tag in the Crucible up there. I got them a capture card for Christmas, and they opened it today and played with it on stream. So that's pretty cool. I tell you to go check it out, but it got deleted. YouTube can be a bitch like that. Anyway, today we got a new project. I've got a Master Grade Gundam Curios set. This is kind of... I think it goes this way. Kind of a special kit to me. The high grade version of it was like the first Gundam kit I ever built. So that was really cool, and I'm excited to do the big boy version of it. Ah, cool, Pretzel's running. Wasn't doing that last time, I was kind of worried. Everybody welcome Pretzel. Say hi, Pretzel. Hi. Anyway, so new kit to start today. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm doing Christmas music in the music, so let me know what you do or don't like. I can kick it over to ska if you like. Also, I think my mic may be spiking just a little bit. If I'm too loud, please let me know. Sounds fine in the earpiece, so I don't know how you guys are doing. Anyway, I've got this gift from Yuki. I'm gonna open that up real quick, so we'll see what's going on. I gotta read this note. Oh, that's Yuki up in the Crucible there. Go give her a follow. Hello, friend. Happy tree holiday. I got you something for your streams. I still haven't opened your present to me yet, but I will soon. I believe that they already have. What a neat holiday, huh? I still feel kind of weird receiving all these gifts. Do I owe you now or something? Well, I guess this makes us even. Of all the friends I've made on this planet, you're the best. Don't tell Syl. Syl, if you're listening, just don't. For the last minute or so. Love, Yuki. Yeah, Yuki is a VTuber. They do streams every Monday and Wednesday, like, right before me. So go check them out if you haven't. They're super cool and funny. I think they're doing a Pokemon Yellow Nuzlocke, so if that tickles your fancy, definitely go check that out. Alright, let's open up this gift. Let's see what we got. Oh, yeah, before I forget. I actually commissioned this button from Yuki. It's a Porygon Z. That's like my favorite Pokemon. And so it's kind of cool, floaty boy. There's like a neat matrix thing going on in the background and error messages. So pretty neat. Again, I also got that from Yuki. So I guess the physical button came with the Christmas present. Alright, let's open this boy up for real now. Oh! It's a high-grade Gundam Astray Red Frame kit. That's super cool. I was just talking with Blight the other day. They actually suggested this kit as kind of a starter for practicing some customization work. So that's pretty dope. I'll definitely have to pick up the airbrush and stuff now. So, in fact... Oof. Now I gotta pick. Okay, so... I kind of want to do this one. Pretzel, I'm getting real sick and tired of you blowing up my chat. Let's get the security tape off. It just slides. All right. Not bad. Oh, that's cool. The polycaps are red. Everything's red. I guess it is a red frame. Let's see. Instructions. 14 steps. Not bad, not bad. I did get your present. Thank you very much. Now I got to decide which one of these things I'm going to do on stream. Hey, Jazz. Good to see you. I'm actually... The thing that kind of excites me the most is it looks like there's only like 4 stickers. So that means everything is color separated. There's no... What's the word? No sticker pauldrons. So... Ooh. Sorry, this plastic isn't a great ear sound. Set those boys aside. Oh, I probably won't... You know, to be honest, let me get through this real quick. 1 second. Man, I'm so sorry about the crinkles. If you didn't catch my last stream, I broke down a bunch of empty sprue runners. I'll clean up the plastic later. My floor is basically a garbage can. I mean, it's not supposed to be, but it winds up being. Weird, I'm used to pages and pages. Cool. So, not too many different colors here. We got our sword, the red frame, the white bits, and some black pieces. Okay, so what I kind of want to do with this, to be honest, is I want to get it painted. I want to take up the airbrush and get these things done up right. So I think what I may do today is a straight build of this. So, and you know what? The vocal Christmas tracks are a little bit distracting. I think I can do a... I think I can take out vocals and pretzel, so I think I may have gotten that sorted. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I'm turning the monitor off of the microphone so I don't have to hear my own voice. That is incredibly distracting. Okay, so for 10 minutes in, I haven't clipped anything out yet. I'm going to build this guy. We're going to cut him out. We're going to snap him together. I'm going to get an idea for how the whole thing goes, and maybe we can pick out some colors. I think that would be real fun. So no panel lining today, which is good because I forgot to get the marker out. Just chopping up pieces and cleaning them. And for that matter, I don't have to use all of these sanding sticks. Also, huge shout out to Jazzman Gaming. Thank you for the Christmas gift. I got these slick sanding sticks. They're a little bit soft. They come in like 200 grit all the way up to 8,000 grit, so that's pretty cool. probably, since I'm going to paint these, I'm only going to need these 600 and 1,000. Yeah, I'm going to give them a good checkout, and we will see how they stand up. I'm currently using just some little squares I got at Hobby Lobby, so there's no way that these aren't at least that good, and I was really happy with those. So I'll try these out, and I'll let you know what I think. Alright, let's get these things cut out. We'll do a straight build. If I recall correctly, I need to chop these little pegs a little bit, just so that I can take it apart later, which means I'm going to need this boy. Set you there. Okay, I'm going to set all these runners off to the side so they stay out of the way. And let's get started. I'm not going to do too much reading ahead. I don't think it's going to be super required. I'm going to do just a little bit reading ahead, actually. Let's see. So we've got waist connected to the torso, it looks like. No prob. Let's see. Arm is just a few steps. Other arm's a few steps. Waist, leg, weapons. Okay, yeah. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Don't you hate it when you think something's going to be easy peasy, lemon squeezy, and it becomes hard, lemon hard? Dumb. We need C and B. No polycaps yet. Probably going to be the C and the frame itself, the B. Does the music seem to be coming in a little bit loud for you guys? It seems a little bit loud on my side, but I can adjust it pretty quick if it's an issue. Alright, C, B, B. I am a little bit... I wonder if I can ban Pretzel from chat. Would that be a bad move? I'd feel kind of like a jerk for that, because they're giving me this music for free to play on stream. This is B, right? 37 and 36. It's 37 36. There we go. Up in the corner. Their numerical order. Who'd have thunk? So, I've really not put together a high-grade kit in a very, very long time, so I'm excited for this one because it means I get to kind of learn some new things to do. I very much... I'm not going to cut an important part off of that. I very much want to get the hang of seam line removal. I've only really kind of toyed around with that a couple of times, so I'm excited to give it a try this time. And I really don't want to embarrass myself on stream, so I'm probably not going to do the airbrushing for you guys unless there's like a big demand for it, in which case we'll figure something out. I can get a booth probably pretty easy. Those probably aren't going to show up. No song request today. I hate that the VODs keep getting muted, because I personally like to go back and listen to myself talk to make sure I'm not rambling too much. Spoiler alert, I'm always rambling too much. So... one more. We're gonna... Can't quite get up close with that one. We're gonna do the... Let's focus on this good. I feel like it's just a little bit glary. Not a problem. Thank you for that, Dylan. I appreciate your honest and insightful input. You still out in the sticks, Dylan, or did you make it back home safe and sound? I know you were traveling a couple days ago, so... Honestly, I've not done a high-grade kit in a while. Maybe we can knock this whole thing out tonight. Nice. I assume you made it home safe and sound. You're not watching my Twitch stream using your one phone call from prison, right? How would you even manage that? That's impressive. Appreciate your enthusiasm, Dylan, but you really should call a lawyer. I think that's probably good. Let's get that Charlie part out. C9. 9. There we go. Hopefully... So, I've been doing these Gundam kits for like a decade now. And you'd think, wow, he knows so much and he's so good. But the truth is, I've only ever done straight builds the whole time. Maybe some panel lining and decal work, but I've never done any real painting or anything. So I'm really excited now that I'm doing this to get a little more practice in. I've done 1 or 2 kits a year for the last so many years. I think I've done as many kits this year as I've done every year prior. So kind of exciting to get to do a lot of these because they're one of my favorite things, the model kits. And I've always kind of wanted to make some real badass ones, just never really got around to it. So doing it for you guys is fun. It's a good way to kind of hang out with my friends and meet cool new people. I miss you, Blight, wherever you are. Doesn't have a lip on it, right? So. I've not heard any negative feedback about the sound mixing, so I assume everything's coming through alright for you guys. I'm getting a little bit of crackly from this song, so I don't know if it's... Yeah, I got it turned way down, so I don't know what's up with that. I'm actually have my monitor pulled up way too much. It's whatever. Cool. I feel like I should be able to leave it the same the whole time, and it'll be good forever, and it doesn't seem to quite work out like that. I won't do it all. That's pretty smooth. Cool. Right, let's actually click some stuff together now. Finally. No panel lining on this. I'm just clipping these things up. So... I do need to remember to maybe loosen some of these pieces before I actually clip them in, though. Otherwise, I'm going to have no fun trying to take the whole thing apart. Imagine that goes that way, yeah? Aha! What do you mean nothing ever stays... Oh, yeah. That's the quote for 2020, huh? Nothing good ever stays good. That's a whole mood. There's actually kind of a concerning amount of red on this thing. I know it's a stray red frame, but it's a little bit bizarre to see this much of the kit being red. Let's see, 8, 39, 38. Probably the corner. 38, 39. Cool little nubbins. And 8. Let's grab that first. I have some sort of weird curse where computer... I feel like I do IT for a living, and so I know how things can be a problem, and everyone always jokes that nothing ever works until they call me, and then it works fine, and that's just how it goes. But honestly, I'm cursed with audio issues. It's not the worst problem to have, because I could have, ghosts in the wire, but audio issues will plague me all the way to my grave. My blingy GIF light up tombstone is gonna have audio issues where it's outputting in the Bluetooth speaker in the funeral home. It'd be horrible. Ah, dope. That'd be cool. And I saw your... I kind of got in too late to really... I'm talking to you, Gambit, sorry. I definitely do want to hang out with y'all at some point. And do something for Christmas. Anyway, I saw in the Glitter Vortex on Discord, I didn't know you did jewelry stuff. I feel like I should have known, but that is super, super cool. I definitely want to see some more of your work, because that is pretty dope. Yeah, I feel like I should have known this. It just goes to show we need to hang out more. Definitely a cool dude. You're multifaceted. I need to get you some... I need to get you a little bandsaw or jeweler saw or something, and you can show me some cool stuff. Definitely want to see that. He's a jeweler, not a gem chiseler. Is there a different name for those things? I think silversmith is like metal. There's like separate words for metal things, and I think jeweler is the gemstones. That's my answer. I'm locking it in. Let's hear the answer, Gambit. What's the diff? I need you to settle this score for me. Most of my knowledge of what a silversmith is based on when I had to read Johnny Tremaine in like 6th grade. That's pretty cool. I definitely want to see you do some work sometime. I know that's, work, but that's pretty cool, and I'm always interested in seeing people's craft stuff. I feel like I need to remember while I'm doing this to try to get some of these mold lines as well, because that's not something I usually worry myself with. And if I'm going to paint this, though, I need to definitely grind them down just a skosh. Is skosh a word people still use? I feel like it's really not. Ooh, I may already have made a prison and trapped... I may have already trapped myself in a prison of my own design. And these mold lines on here kind of suck. I should be able to use the back of the X-Acto knife to... Unless that's intentional. No, because it goes over... Let's see if I can focus on this. Come on. There we go. Boing. Yeah, so I've got a little bit of a mold line here over this rivet. Whoa. Gonna work with a centrifugal caster. A torch. Maybe caster for your birthday. Yeah, definitely know if you need any like little trinkets or whatever for your shop, because that's super badass, and I definitely want to see more of that. I love people making things. I'm not super duper creative, so I'm not great at art, but and I really don't care so much about finished things, but I do love the process. That's why I watch Yuki's art streams. So there's a couple of mold lines on this here, and I already kind of mucked it up. If I was any good at scribing, that might be a cool thing to do. I don't scribe, though. That's its own deal, and I have no experience with it. Let's see if I can buff that out. Looks like I cannot. I think I read somewhere that 1000 grit is good enough for airbrushing. I guess we're gonna find out tonight. Well, maybe not tonight. Eventually. I think it's pretty much just not gonna catch. I have no real... I've mucked around with airbrushing on some cosplay projects. I've never done it on model kits, so I don't know how much of this is going to get covered up. I assume that the primer is going to clean everything, but that's smooth to the touch, so I think we're good. I already get this whole thing? Looks like it, I guess. No mold lines, nothing. Cool. This is one of these I did. And I did that thing that I do where I cut out symmetrical pieces without really thinking about it. And I have no clue. I think these are the same, but why would they be? I suppose it doesn't matter too much, does it? Okay, no. Let's see if I can just do the mold lines that are a problem. Focus. There we go. Just this little rivet, and then we'll hit it with that 600 grit sandpaper. I always like to think that... There we are. I do like these sanding sticks. They're a little bit easier than those pads that I've been using. They've at least got some girth to them. Also, they come in lower grits than 3200. I had some sandpaper glued onto wooden skewers that were okay. And that was it. Just okay. I'll lose the detail on that little bolt. See, things like this bolt, I can go over that because that's just going to be red for its entire life. I can go over that with a brush or something and do just a little detail. And those little things are what make these high-grade kits pop. They just need so much work straight out of the box. I didn't get the back of this. I'm really getting ahead of myself here. Maybe we won't get this done tonight. Still haven't decided if I'm doing a stream tomorrow or not. I know it's Christmas Eve, and so a lot of folks are going to be doing their own thing with friends and family. Although I do definitely want to be available to hang out with any friends of mine that maybe would rather hang out than do things with family. So may still try to have an early bird stream. What do you guys think? Y'all busy, or would you like to hang out doing stuff, or... Pops on there, huh? And it goes into the back. Haha. What do you mean clean? Aren't you, like, 3 weeks out or a month out on anything? I don't know about you, Jazz. You're getting a test, what, tomorrow? Then it'll be a week before you know anything? I see. Interesting. Okay, let's see. What do we got next? We need a 20 and 21. Calls for a sticker here. We're skipping that. Wait, A? A? Not red. Oh, dope. Yeah, I had to get a COVID test, and it took 10 days for them to get the results back to me, which by then it was not an issue. 20 and 21. Cool. Where is it? Oh, it's the gray pieces. Whack. I hear those little dock-in-the-box places tend to have pretty quick turnaround, especially if you go when they're not busy. But if you go to CVS or something where there's constantly a stream of people in and out, and they have to, you know, run CVS, it can make it take a lot longer. Let's see. Snippity snip. And last one. Sand these down. It's weird not panel lining everything as I go. Oh, that has a little bit of a root to it. To get this to the corner. You know, sand anything down too bad. There we go. You can come down pretty good. I'm really coming around on these glass files. They're a lot wider than the needle file, so I'm still going to keep that around for narrow bits, but this does a pretty good job of taking off the little raised bit of nub that's left without really tearing everything up. Still need to save the needle file for bulk, but I'm pretty happy with it. Damn, it's mirror finish. Oh, guys, this is big news. I saw... I got a notification on YouTube. The Stinko Man 20XD6, level 10. I've been waiting for this since I was literally in, like, 5th grade. 15 years. I've been waiting on Stinko Man level 10. And it's finally here, just days before Flash is gone forever. So I should probably get on that. This is a Stinko Man stream. Oh, okay, no, I need... That doesn't clip into something I already have. That's his own deal. B7. If y'all haven't ever been on homestarrunner.com, it is a Flash website from basically the year 2002, maybe. So back when Flash was the thing, it was a cool website with original characters and content and animations and games and whatever else. And so Stinko Man was the anime version of the main... I don't want to say antagonist. He was an antagonist in a way, but Strong Bad was a main character. He was... He answered emails, and so somebody emailed him one time about anime, so he made an anime version of himself, and it was called Stinko Man. And then they made a platforming game based off of Stinko Man. Kind of played like Mega Man. You run and jump, and whenever you punch, you shoot out a little bolt. It's a lot of fun. Kind of frustrating sometimes, but, you know, that's the fun of it. And I remember playing that in the computer lab in elementary school when we were supposed to be on Study Island. So that was fun. Anyway, with Flash dying at the end of the month, homestarrunner.com is basically going to be dead. It still exists. The people behind it, I think, went on to make a lot of kids shows. I think one of them was a writer on the Aquabat Super Show. I think one of the the brother. There's Mike and Matt Chapman were the ones who did it. One of them did some voices on Gravity Falls. They were the voices of several times, and also Mermando, who is basically just strong bad voice in a mermaid. I think one of them worked with, it's like the Christian Jacobs, the MC Bat Commander, I think worked with them on Yo Gabba Gabba, if I'm not mistaken. I may be wrong, but Homestar Runner was a huge, extremely important part of my life growing up, and I don't know if that tells you anything about me as a person, but I also watched a lot of Pee-wee's Playhouse, so between those two things, I was adequately warped as a child. So if you haven't already, go check out homestarrunner.net. It's .com. Homestarrunner.net. It's .com. Go check it out if you haven't already. We don't have a lot of time left to really. I'm sure there'll be things that can run Flash, but it's basically going to be gone here at the end of the year. They've migrated most of their stuff to YouTube, and they're still uploading stuff every now and then to YouTube. So it's kind of cool, but I guess all of the Flash stuff is just kind of a relic of a bygone era. It's neat, but you know what? I need to trim these pegs. I might be disassembling this later. Although I'm going to be disassembling it anyway. So why not just do that then instead of now? Did anybody... I know this is probably a very specific time frame. Did anybody else get on Study Island in the computer lab in elementary school? Was that a ubiquitous thing, or was it just me in my school? So, let's see. Snaps into that. I believe I'm going to end up gluing these together, so I shouldn't have to worry too much about this. I think I can snip that and snip that. And it should come in and out just a wee bit easier. Okay, yeah, that stays together pretty much. Yeah, Cool Math Games was what we did in middle and high school once they started putting the blockers and stuff on the computers. Whoops. I probably shouldn't have done that. Should not have done that. There we go. I definitely got to figure out how to do seam line removal, because this is going to be kind of a pain doing it between these two pieces. Alright, that's mostly stable, and does it come apart? Still not super easy. I guess that's what I'm hoping for. I have to take it apart eventually. Oh yeah, the proxy websites. It was always weird. It was like Shirt Boiler, Turtle Fence, or something dumb. Yeah, that was kind of the end game, because they didn't filter. It was weird because they didn't filter SSL traffic. I don't know why. Their blockers were only over port 80. So if you managed to find a website that had a certificate on it, then it was basically fair game. I imagine they've got that blocked by now. But who knows? Yeah, and you'd have to, like, word would get around of what the newest proxy site was. So you'd go to that, and it would be whatever. It'd be dumb. And YouTube didn't work on that, because they had to reserve the information. YouTube worked sometimes. You had to download a plugin, usually. NNK. N and N and where's K? N. Man, we're getting close to that kind of plateaued over the last few days. I'm at 38 followers right now. Got to get up to 50 so I can get in that affiliate thing, and then y'all can start doing cool shit where we do soundboards and channel points and stuff. I think that'll be fun. I don't know what actually the doing the affiliate thing is like, so we'll find out together, I suppose. It just says to shove these into here, and with no real extra information about how. It's called Mr. Butterfingers, I guess. Alright. So, what I'm going to end up having to do on this... I'm going to not fiddle with those pegs. What I'm going to end up doing on this is called seam line removal. I've toyed with it a couple of times, and I don't know how this works. And a lot of times we'll paint the individual pieces, but I don't know if that's on master grade kits where you have a frame and then you paint the outside and you click the painted pieces on. With this, there's no frame. It's all just attached. But with seam line removal, you take these pieces, which, so I'm trying to see something that looks off right here. A little bit of schmutz left from the molding process. Anyway, with seam line removal, you take these things like, let me do whatever's going on here. These two pieces that, they come in half, so you click them together to make it work. Right now, there's a big line there, and for the most part, it's fine. Most people don't care. But what I'd like to do is, you get super glue, not super glue, model cement. I've actually, I've got some Tamiya extra thin right here. That melts the plastic a little bit. So the idea is that you put it between these two pieces, and then you smush them together real tight, and it oozes out a little bit because you've melted the plastic and you've got it to weld. So I'm doing kind of a build right now where I just click the pieces out, clean them up, clip them together, and get an idea of how these all go together. Then I'll be able to make a plan for how I want to paint it. I can disassemble the pieces, I can permanently weld some pieces together, but at the end of the day, I gotta get this all primed and painted. And so that's gonna take deciding on colors and making a plan on how it all goes together. So we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. For now, we're just putting it together. Worst case, I can always tear it back apart and do panel lining if I decide not to paint. But I really, really, really want to learn to paint. Like I said, if I can get up to those 50 followers, I'll dick around with the airbrush on stream, even if it's just killing a box of plastic spoons. Let's see here. 34 and 35. So, kind of, like I said, plateaued over the last week or so. I think I've already roped all my friends into this. Kind of bumped the mic there, sorry. I've already roped all my friends into following me, and I've gotten a few friends of friends, so be sure and let your friends and family know if they're into like crafting or any kind of modeling, or don't even know what Gunpla is. Send them a link. Maybe they'll drop in. Remember, following is free. C. C8. Okay, no problem. I need to network on Twitter more, I think. Lots of cool people there. There's a handful of people in the Gunpla Twitter. A lot of Japanese people. They make some cool stuff. I can't read their tweets, but I guess the pictures by themselves are fine. Jeez, that comes out so shiny. And smooth. I have to touch that up. Sanding sticks are for special occasions. I do have some real grade kits on the way. So, again, I'm going to assemble this tonight. And if I get up to the point where I'm comfortable airbrushing for y'all live, we'll do that. But this is just going to be the main build. And maybe I'll do some seam line removal for y'all. But airbrushing is going to be a private affair for now. I'm holding that hostage. I have some real grade kits on the way that I'm pretty excited about. Everybody's getting their Gundam Wing version Ka, and I've got a Gundam Wing real grade. I don't remember if it's the Endless Waltz version or not, but I really like the real grades. They look just so great straight out of the box. I think they'll lend themselves better to assembling on stream, since I can do work on them without having to fuss with them too terribly much. You know, I put a new blade in this hobby knife, I think Monday night, just in case. And then I went and used this to cut up some garbage. So I may need to fiddle with it at some point. I did find the video producer in Twitch. I never fiddled with it before. And so Monday what we did was I had a mountain of empty sprue runners. So we chopped those up and threw all the bits in a box. I still have the box, but I clipped out a part that's just the empty or the box of bits with things. I mean, go check that out if you're interested. It's kind of cool. Not exactly ASMR, but I enjoyed it. And there's some good chunky clunks on the mic of me cutting it up with the wire cutters. If you're into that. My arm is still kind of sore from running the clippers. No real blisters or callousing or anything though, so that's nice. I think these are ready to go together. Did I get all the bits on that? Yeah, I did. So. There we go. Oh, that just clips on, huh? Well, that's easy. That makes it easier to paint later, I suppose. Dang, I did it again. I don't know which one of these shoulder pieces are which. Oh, well, we'll figure it out. Somebody look at the replay. Tell me which one is which. I don't think you have to do that. Cool. Are these the shoulders? No big pauldrons? Whack. That's just the like armpit, right? I don't know what like the trunk of your arm is. There's got to be a name for that. We already figured out the elbow is the antecubital fossa. Shouldn't punch the mic. We're not doing song requests tonight. Sorry. I keep getting my BODs muted, so we're listening to Pretzel tonight. That's what the thing in the... I don't know where chat is relative to me. Is it over there? It's over there. Chat's over there somewhere. That's what all the Pretzel Rocks things are. Supposedly I can do song requests in that, but it's bits enabled. You have to pay for it. I don't know. I'd like to be able to do song requests for y'all, but also I don't want to have to deal with all the copyright bullshit. Torso's done. Let's look at this head. BAA. B, and A and B. It's the 1B piece. 22. I assume it's the big V. Man, you just do not give up, do you? Let's see. 14, 12, 13, 14. Perfect. All in one line. Makes trimming these out easy. Snip, snip, snip. Figure out a better place for the mic because it is kind of in the way. I'm gonna move you up just a little bit. That probably didn't sound good. My mic just fell off its stand. I think I got it back in there. From way downtown. This is not gonna sound great. I'm gonna be back in like a second. Okay, I told you I'm back. I had to fix the mic and it probably wasn't gonna sound great for y'all. So that should be solved. Elsie, home, you alright? I moved it up a little bit. I kept banging into the mic with the runners. Hang on, you got your quip ready? I'll go to the thing. And then you can do your quip, okay? Ready? Your prayers were answered. We got it figured out. I did have some stuff here. Oh no. Stickers. We're not doing stickers yet, right? I probably just hand paint the eyes, right? Well, no, I'll save the stickers. I'll use the eye sticker at least. I don't see anything wrong with that. Usually you don't get to see any of these pieces, I wouldn't think, so. I say usually, I don't do high grades that often. But there's always this face piece that kind of goes between the head piece, face and chin. Why is this song a combination of We Wish You Merry Christmas and also the AFV outro music? Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Anyone? AFV was basically we went for like epic fails before that was a thing. And then we're back to AFV now that epic fails aren't a thing anymore, right? Oh, Jazz, did you get your cup noodle kit in? I know you'd said you'd ordered that. I don't know if you ordered it, or just wanted to order it. Because I definitely want to see that when it's done. Did this thing just flash? Did it flash for y'all? Seems like it flashed for me. Ah. I keep having issues with packages where it's coming UPS, and I'm really excited because it says, oh yeah, it'll get delivered today. And I'm like watching the tracker, and I keep refreshing it, and I'm like, oh man, it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. And it says, delivered. And I'm like, yes. And I go look for it at the door. And it's not that it got delivered. It got given to the guy in the rental truck who's just picked up a shift for the holidays. And so they marked it as delivered because it got to them. Now I have to wait who knows how long, and UPS doesn't care about it anymore because as far as they're concerned, it got delivered. Amazon has issues, but at the very least, all of their entire system is internal. I think the drivers may actually get in trouble, which is why they have to take the picture saying, yeah, I delivered it. Here's the proof of life photo. I gotta take a picture of this shoebox next to today's newspaper to prove that the package was delivered today and it's not just an old thing. The concept of a proof of life photo is funny to me for some reason. You have to like mail somebody a whole toe. So we're at a bit of a crossroads here. And let me clean this. Actually, hang on. There we go. So the idea is that here's the head, right? It clips together, no problem. And the eyes go between it. So that goes in there, and we're good. And usually there'd be like a sticker or something to make the eyes. So I want to paint this, right? And I also want to do the mold line removal, which I really should have smushed these together to do my snipping and sanding, just so that it's I think I can do my snipping in one piece, but the sanding I should do while it's together. Seems like that took off a hunk of parts, but I'm not really sure what's up with that. It's so bright. What happens if I just turn that off? And I don't know how to feel about that. Alright, well, I guess y'all just get to look at nothing, huh? Dogs are upset by something. So anyway, the eyes are in here. I gotta figure out if I try to glue this together and then paint it, I'm not gonna be able to, like, mask those eyes, I don't think. So do I try to find a way to put the thing in here without taking it apart, or do I... You know, I might be able to do that. If it's all going to glue, it shouldn't be too much of a problem, right? Let's see if I can separate this from the inside, where no one's going to be seeing it. Looks like I cannot. Is it better to use a dull X-Acto for separating these, or a sharp X-Acto? Hobby knife, I guess the brand itself doesn't matter. I may be able to get this eyepiece in and out, because I don't know if I want to paint it too or not. There's a lot more logistics to painting these things than I would have expected. Anyway, I'll figure it out. That's why we're here, to figure this stuff. So, anyway... Double down on the sharp. Well, now they cancel each other out. Now I've just got to... What's a logical in-between between sharp and dull? Sort of sharp? Dullish? Anyway. If I chop off this piece... No song? No two trucks. We'll get around to it, maybe. I'll play it as my outro music. That way we don't lose anything. Anyway... So if I chop this piece off and I get rid of, there's like these reverse jowls in here. If I cut those off, I should be able to slide the eyes just straight up into it. Maybe. Still be kind of tight. Hmm. I mean, it looks like it's pretty much a straight shot up in there. We will go ahead and just clip all these together for now. And then I'll try and plan out some logistics and stuff. Maybe off camera, so I don't have to bother y'all with it. Unless y'all want to be bothered with it, and then we can make it just a whole thing. So. I'm gonna focus far here. Well, hang on. You're dead, Kate. You are dead. You're a ghost and you're dead. Oh, my sister got a fun card game for Christmas that I want to try out. It's called Throw Burrito. I think it's made from the Exploding Kittens people, which I never played, but I always see it and it looks kind of memey. Meme-y. Whatever. Anyway, it's pretty cool. I read through the rules, and basically, you remember spoons, right, Dylan? The Exploding Kittens dudes? Or peeps? I don't know if they're dudes or not. I use dude generically. So, Spoons is a game we played some in, like, Boy Scouts. Did Dylan teach you to play Spoons, Kate? So the idea is that you have a hand of cards, and you're trying to make 4 of a kind with the cards that the person to the left of you discarded. If you get to 4 of a kind, you secretly snatch a spoon out of the middle of the table. And once one person grabs a spoon, it's a free-for-all. Everybody can try to grab a spoon. There's one fewer spoons on the table than there are people. And so if you don't get a spoon, you're out. So that seems kind of fun. Throw Burrito operates sort of like that, where you... Or Jello shots. That's fun. Throw Burrito seems to operate a lot like that, where you're trying to get a set of cards from a discard pile from other people. And when you do, you get a point. In this game, though, some of those 3 sets of cards are like war or duel or fight or whatever. Yeah, it looks fun. We're going to have to play it. So if you get the 3 of a kind, you can throw down, like, battle. And so if you throw that down, everybody has to reach for a burrito in the center of the table. And then it becomes a game of dodgeball, where if you have a burrito, you try to bean somebody with it. And if you don't have a burrito, you try to avoid being hit. And so that seems like a lot of fun, and I really want to play it. So, usually if you throw down the card, it looks like you're immune to getting hit. If you get hit with a burrito, then you, like, lose a point, I guess. Anyway. Oh, my goodness, sorry. Anyway, it's a dodgeball card game, and it looks like fun, and I want to play it. I'm going to go ahead and snap this head on here. Pretty bland looking right now. Let's try these. Can I turn this light up just a smidgen? There we go. Yeah, I did. I'm sorry. I wasn't expecting it. Mute that. Cut the clip, Dylan. Let's get me on live stream fails. That's how you make it big on Twitch, is by live stream fails Reddit. Let's see if we can knock these arms out. Alright. I need B. And polycat. E. And a beer. In a tree. Alright. 30 and 33. Where are we at? Woo. 30. plastic looks a little bit stressed at the edges. I can show y'all if you care, but it's really not a huge deal, I guess. These are sort of undergated, but not quite. It's weird. But they've done a pretty good job of keeping it mostly where you won't see it. I'm not looking forward to trying to sand that down any, though. I feel like I really can't see what's going on. Actually, that's a lot better. I need to get the autofocus button on a foot pedal so that I can just like click it under the desk. And one of these was on the edge. I'm not sure if that's meant to be a panel line or a mold line, but I should be able to yeah, it ain't anything. Let's see if we can't knock that back with the glass file. Yeah. And get me a little toolbox or something to keep these pieces in when I disassemble it eventually. For those of y'all who weren't here for right at the beginning, this kit that I'm assembling now is actually a Christmas present from Yukiko Yuki there in the chat. I hadn't quite planned on doing it tonight, but I'm kind of excited about it, and I figure this will be a good couple of streams for me to do the dry fit, and I can work on it behind the scenes on my own time while I move on to one of the master grade or real grade kits that I have to do a full assembly. Again, if you haven't already, go subscribe to Yuki over on YouTube. It's Yukiko Yuki. I think it's an actual O, not a 0, unlike the username. I've got a thing in the Crucible up here. We are calling that the Crucible, by the way. I need to get a little title card for it. I don't know why, but I like the sound of it. Alright, 19 and 28. So, this is a Gundam Astray red frame. And I guess I know what it's from, but it's weird because I see this kit come up a lot on just about everything. And it's from one of the mangas, which is kind of weird. I mean, it's not weird, it's just I'm used to most of the popular mecha designs and stuff coming from one of the main TV shows. I know there's some outliers in there for sure. Obviously this. But it's kind of weird that I can't... Historically, what I would do is whenever I'd build a kit, I'd put on the TV show it was from and watch that in the background while I build the kit, which was fun. And it's weird. I'm not doing that now because I'm here with y'all. But it's weird that it's not from one of the TV shows. Not just horrible or anything, just weird. Speaking of weird, it is just a little bit bizarre that these glass files only have stuff on one side. I do have some sanding blocks on order from, what was it? Is it Gun Gear? They're the fancy schmancy ones. They also sell glass files like this. And I bought the cheapo Amazon ones. Again, that was a suggestion from Blight, me, who I haven't seen in a week or so. So hopefully they're doing alright. Alrighty. I think that's pretty much fine. I'm worried about these points where they meet, because they're gonna have to smush together at some point. And you probably can't see all that well, but I've got these gates are on the seam line itself. So normally that'd be fine because they just mush, but these are going to get glued together in some way. Which probably actually not here, because these are... I haven't done squat on this. Nice. I like the phrase squat to refer to nothing. I don't know where it comes from, but it just kind of... I think it's kind of funny. Please, Mr. McDonald, do not sue me. You have billions, and I have squat. What is a grimace? The purple guy on McDonald's. My understanding is that he's meant to be the embodiment of a milkshake. I don't know what that means, though. Man, now I know why Pretzel charges a premium to disable the song request thing. It really is kind of all that's happening in chat sometimes. Y'all are fine, you don't have to chime in too much, but that's almost spam levels. You get longer songs. Pretzel Rocks, if you guys aren't aware, is supposed to be a fully licensed platform for streaming. So the idea is that they have already licensed out all this music for, they've already licensed out all this music for use in streams like mine. So they've already got it all sorted, and I can do this free of any worries of DCMAs or muted VODs or anything like that. It's kind of cool. They can... I'm using the free version, there's a paid version. I don't really know what the difference is. Apparently the big one is that you can disable those song requests over there. So... Alright, we got our shoulder done. It looks so plain, just nothing special. But it is pretty bright. Alright, we got a lot going on here. We need our B's and we need our polycaps. N and J. There's J. And N. J, J, K, L, M, N. Are these still called polycaps? I feel like they used to be, but they may have... Gunpla technology has advanced by leaps and bounds, so... Now it's PC, I assume that's polycap. It was weird, I did that Shining Gundam kit that I was working on last week. It used polycaps for most of the joints. which is kind of bizarre for a master grade, but also it was a master grade from 2002, so it gets a pass on that at least. What's going on here? Oh, it was just smushed in there real tight. Holy moly, it's already 8:15. So, I'm really enjoying this kit, and I do want to get it kind of knocked out relatively quickly. I don't want it to sit for weeks. Plus, I want to be able to work on it. So, I think I am going to do a stream tomorrow for you guys. I hope you can make it. If not, no biggie. Probably going to do it early bird style at, say, 4, and let it run basically until I have to leave, because supposedly I gotta do something for my grandparents. I'm going to see if I can weasel out of it, because no one needs to be over there. I'm so scared for them. They don't care about any COVID anything, and they are so very, very old. They insist they don't do anything except for all the things that they do. So, I love them very much, and I would hate for them to get sick because they wanted to hang out on Christmas. But I don't know. Us being over there is their Christmas gift. You know, my grandpa always jokes when we ask what he wants for Christmas. He just wants all of us to get together, and you can't fit that in down the chimney, you know. So I'm concerned for him, but I think everyone's got their negative Coggins. I don't think anyone's been in contact with any confirmed cases lately. I'm looking at you, Dylan. I keep forgetting y'all are here and not like down here. I've got the chat kind of here, but me and you, we're tight right here, you and me. We'll get it sorted, I'm sure. Alright. Arm pieces. That's not cleaned up at all. No mold lines for the most part. Honestly, I'm fairly impressed with the detail on this kit. There's a lot of little bits and pieces. I guess coming from the Shining Gundam, it's weird because that was not a really... G Gundam is cool, it's funny, it's definitely got meme potential, but the designs are kind of meh. The whole thing was real, like the arms were just smooth the whole way down. There were no real lines or anything. I actually was looking at resin kits, which are way beyond my skill level at the moment. I hope to get there one day, but for now I'm kind of stuck doing straight builds. Once I get a little more comfortable with the airbrush, I'll maybe spend the $100 on a conversion kit, but until then it's too much money for something I'm going to just tear apart. Anyway, panel line scribing. It's something you can do on some of the less detailed kits. Shining Gundam could probably have benefited a lot from some extra detail parts, whether that means scribing or just some extra TLC. It's basically 2 high grades and a trench coat. The LEDs were fun to do. I really enjoyed that part of it. 2 things I may need to explain. Scribing is a process where you take, say, like this piece is kind of boring, it's just smooth white. You can take a tool for scribing and you can carve out your own panel lines, and you can use that to add detail to otherwise boring pieces. I don't do that because that would require me to be creative and come up with a design for the robot, and that is not what I excel at. I'm sure, like anything else, it's a muscle you've got to flex, and eventually you will build it up and have good control over it. But right now, all I can do is decide what color I want to paint this. And to be honest, it may just be its regular color. I don't know, I kind of like I do like the color scheme it already has. The red and white's cool. But I can always give the frame a better shaded or spruced up red. And maybe like a candy coating or something. That's, I'm pretty sure, an advanced thing, but the frame is supposed to be metal, so making it extra super duper shiny and glossy would be really cool. But I may keep it red. I feel like getting this kit not doing something not red with the thing would be doing it a disservice. Although, of course, not strictly required. Okay, that's done. B, B, and H. H joint. B. So, if you guys have any ideas for the color scheme, let me show you real quick. Let's see if it's got a color picture on the front. Yeah, look at that. It's mostly just I can get a scan of this somewhere. Red frame, that's its shtick. Some white armor pieces, some black detail parts. Oh, hang on, we got some better pictures over here. Very glary, it'll pass. So, if y'all have any ideas for how to paint this up, probably just do a simple recolor, paint the frame a different color, paint the armor pieces a different color. Maybe find some places to do some detail work. I don't know what a cool color scheme is. I'm a big fan of, like, black and orange. Not like Halloween black and orange, almost like black and yellow. I think that's a cool color scheme, like a bee. Alright, let's get this back out here. So if y'all have any ideas, let me know for sure, because I'm not, again, great at coming up with stuff like that. So I am going to use y'all to do the legwork, but creativity legwork for me. 41 and 42. And that. I'm scared to look at Twitter and stuff for inspiration, because this may be a relatively popular kit to... That wasn't the right piece. That's the right one there. That one is for the other arm. We're putting you aside. I wondered why it wasn't cut. There we go. So I'm scared to look at other people for inspiration because I'm going to see what they did, and I'm like, ah, cool, I want to do that. But no, I can't do that because they did that. And I know that's not really a thing. But it's enough of a thing that I don't want to do it. I just want some ideas for a custom thingy. I want to... We're trying to decide on a color scheme for this. Let me get the full color thing. So, red frame, white armor bits. We're trying to come up with an idea for a color scheme for the actual repaint. I feel like the red frame is pretty cool, so I may want to keep that, even if I just paint over it. But I don't know what a good... just painting the white parts black would be neat. Would it be too much to have the red frame with the black armor and maybe yellow detail parts, like, you know, maybe some chevrons on the armors and shoulders. I think that'd be pretty cool. Doing up like a crash test dummy or something. We'll invert the white and black, maybe. Would that be cool? I feel like black and red may be too dark. That's edgy. You cut yourself on the edge. I'll use my... We'll steal the... Hang on, I think... I don't see it. I've got a Shadow the Hedgehog fleece throw blanket that was given to me as a Christmas gift a couple years ago. But it's like black and red. So you know it's edgy. So if y'all have any suggestions for the paint scheme, definitely let me know, because I want to do something, and I don't know what. We'll get it sorted out, I'm sure. Even if I just paint it the same color it already is. It seems like kind of a waste of a paint job, but as long as I'm trying to learn, might as well not worry myself with the... I don't want picking colors to be the reason why I don't paint. So, if it comes down to it, I'm just going to paint it the colors it already is, and maybe try to do some shading on it. I do have the shading part kind of down. That would actually be... Actually, that's not a big... I may do that, actually, now that I think about it. Just paint its existing scheme with a fresh. Try and get some shading and stuff. Because that's something... I've done hand painting some Warhammer minis before. And so I've done layering and shadows and shades and that kind of stuff. Just tag the edges with something a little bit darker. Keep it its original scheme. That way I don't have to fuss over a particular set. That bugs me. We're gonna grind that down just a little bit. Alright. The one time I don't mind there being nubbins actually on the parts, because I'm going to sand them down. They put them on the seams where I need them to be kind of flush. There we go. Any more gate seam things here? It's weird. It's like a low rent under gate situation. Okay, I think that's good. How is this going to go together? Like that? Okay. We're going to snip and snip so I can get these apart later. And that still feels pretty tight, although I did kind of muck it up a little with the snip. It should just be the end, so... won't be an issue for too long. Okay, what did I do with those polycap piece? That goes in this side. Ah, that's the wrist. I see now. And then we smush it together. Except we were supposed to smush it together over this. So, whoopsie doodles. Rip me, I guess. And you know what? I did the thing again where I forgot to smush them together before I sanded it. So, hopefully, not a huge deal. I think it'll be okay. Again, if y'all are on the Discord with me, then probably I'll do my painting and stuff there so that we can just kind of hang. But as far as doing it here on my Monday, Wednesday, Thursday thing, I am gonna pass on the airbrushing for now. I need to get my stuff. I need to get my compressor back. And maybe make, or should I make a booth or should I just buy one? Because they're like $100, but that may be worth it if it gets me to airbrush indoors, because I hate taking it all outside. I may be able to make one, but it's gonna be probably like 60 in just crazy stuff. I did get a Christmas bonus at work, and I'm about to get a $600 stimulus check, so maybe I should buy the stuff locally, you know, to boost the local economy instead of buying a... I have nothing against China specifically, but instead of buying just a foreign airbrushing booth on Amazon, buy some local stuff. So basically, I just need a box and a fan and some tubing. And I can probably sort that out, but it wouldn't be very ergonomic or nice. I can spend a little bit of money and get something pretty nice and collapsible and functional just on Amazon. And again, I kind of hate just saying, oh yeah, let's get on Amazon. But also, I'll have something and it'll be ready to go pretty quick and not be a problem. So I do need to make a painting drying rack though. That's not going to be too tricky. I just got to buy some alligator clips and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, let's get my airbrushing stuff back first, and then I'll worry about a booth. I need to buy a ring light first. I know the lighting seems pretty, like, the lighting I think seems okay for you guys. But from my side, it's extremely dark in here. All of the lights on this side of the room are off. You've only got like one light pointed backwards. And I've got a work lamp up here with a, I'm gonna pull back the curtain here a little bit. This is my work light. It's a, oof, that's hot. I've got just a sock, a tube sock over a lamp. I've got some LED lights and stuff, so it's kind of whatever. So it's pretty dark here. I've got this, I don't know if you can see here-ish. This is my desk camera. It actually has a little work lamp on it. I need to get a ring light. I need to replace this work lamp with a ring light, and I think I can get a good one, relatively inexpensive. So I may do that after Christmas. Then maybe I can save up for the... Let's turn that back on. Then maybe I can save up for the booth. It's really not that... I can see pretty good. My workspace is pretty well lit. But the room as a whole is pretty dark. Like, surprisingly dark, given... I think my little zone here looks okay. That's enough distractions for now, though. Alright, we're gonna clip all this together. It kind of bugs me that that's just open there, but I guess you gotta... Hold on. Gotta have room to run your arm out. Get the chicken wing. Back to it. A10, A4, and B26. Let's get the B real quick since I've got it up top. Chickens are basically two-legged dogs. Chickens are good people. Can you name 5 ways that people are better than chickens? See? Can't do it. What was I working on? 10 and 4. Cool. 4. That's like the opposite of a problem. 10. Humans can cannibalize other humans. Chickens are good people. Just gonna snip that there. Red hands are a little bit of a trip. I'm definitely not used to that. Alrighty. And a couple of snips here. Oh, one thing that I got from Yuki for Christmas, thank you by the way, that I didn't show off yet was a Terry's chocolate orange, which is one of my favorite candies. So I'm gonna have to get into that later because I'm not gonna stuff my gob with chocolate orange on live stream. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. I haven't opened it yet. Should I? Is it? Should I open it? Is there a razor blade in it? Oh, yeah. It actually fell out with the other stuff. Sorry. I was wondering how I had missed it. Yeah, I showed off the button also, which I don't know where I put it behind the... Yeah, it's behind the box. Yeah, this Porygon Z button is so badass. Funky little duck man. Got a bunch of error warnings. I love him. I love him very much. No, the stream. What happened? Am I still here? Is the stream over for anyone else? I'm checking the thingy. Oh, no, yeah, I'm here. Bizarre. I don't like that. I gotta close out of it again. That's bizarre watching myself on a 10-second delay. Oh yeah, here's the button. Porygon Z broke the internet. That's on brand, right? In the Pokemon universe, there's a right to repair movement where people can run firmware upgrades on their own Porygons. Because Sylph Company owns and pushes the firmware updates on their own. So if your Porygon is out of warranty, then it becomes vulnerable to malware attacks and stuff. And Sylph Company won't release the stuff. So people have uploaded their own firmware to their Porygon 2s to kind of get them running. So Porygon Z is that. It's a glitch in the programming. It's a bootleg Porygon. We'll never get Porygon in the anime. I say anime, it's a cartoon. Pokemon is a cartoon. I miss when it was a big deal that they were like, oh man, what Pokemon are we going to meet today? And it was a huge, because, you know, you didn't have everything Pokemon everything. at Who's That Pokemon. I think in the Master... Was there a Master Quest series? It was like the Ruby Sapphire era. They actually had trivia where it's like, which one of these Pokemon would be super effective against whatever. And it was kind of cool. I cannot hold on to anything. Yeah, I think Pikachu caused the seizures. He exploded some Team Rocket rockets, and it was a problem. Why can't people just not have seizures? They're ruining Porygon for me. Nah, seizures are a serious thing. I wouldn't make actual light of that. There we go. Oh man, it's kind of a ska jingle bells or whatever. Gross. So what did you guys think of? We've kind of got a little bit of this guy together. What would y'all think of, we keep the red frame. I may do some work on some of these, because this all red is a little bit grody. Maybe do some detail work. I know you can't really see too much here. A lot of glare. You know, so some of these pieces, like this, for example, that could be a different color, maybe. We'll have to figure it out. But we do the frame, stays red. We do all the white parts black, and we do all the black parts white. Would that be cool? Or should I just keep the original color scheme and clean it up a little? Man, where'd my hand get all tore up? Looks a little bit raw. Like I've been in a fight. I fight a lot because I'm super cool. I get in scraps. Let's see if we can't get this upper half done today. We knock out the lower half tomorrow. And then I can... I feel like I should do some seam line removal with you guys. I think that would be best, probably. I need to get better at it. I don't know what people want to see. I'm here to hang out with y'all, so I do want to work on this though over the holiday while I'm off. So do a bonus stream on Saturday. I believe I'm doing a collab with Yuki on Thursday. So not tomorrow, Thursday after next. New Year's Eve, we're gonna try and do some Jackbox or something, I think. We'll get it all ironed out. But I think that'll be fun. What were we doing here? B. Alrighty. We need 32 and 31. Gotta get the good snippers. Should be numerical order, so why can I never find anything? Doing? Just kind of ejected right off. I need to get that ding soundboard so whenever I shoot something off into the void, y'all can run it and we can get a tally of every time I lose control of my life. Ding! Oh, hey, today is Festivus, isn't it? Has anybody performed any feats of strength? If so, I would love to hear about them. I, for one, put up my aluminum pole this morning. Had to get into work late for that. Festivus for the rest of us. I don't know if it's... I'm not gonna lie, just managing to exist in the abandoned timeline that we live in is a considerable feat of strength. So, kudos. Did you get your poll put up? Forgot, when I get done with this, I gotta do some work for work because somebody today waited till after hours to check on something that was supposed to be done on a drip feed all day, and I gotta deal with the fallout of that. But they had all day to get their thing sorted out and didn't, so I'm gonna take my time getting their problem fixed. Yeah. It's partly my fault for not harassing them constantly to keep me updated on their goings-on. So, you know, I got what I deserve, I guess. I need to... that easier to get at. Now, there was a... he seems to be kind of flush. These undergated things are kind of harshing of a vibe, man. I do like these glass file, but that means I'm not really getting a chance to use the sanding sticks that Jazzman got me. I don't know how I feel about that. Kind of a bit of a gap there. I may have to putty it. No, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. B29 and A18. This should be the other shoulder piece, so yeah, I'm not gonna check the number too close. Pretty confident this is it. Gun Primer. Gun Primer is the company that I ordered some sanding blocks from. Those should be in here in a couple weeks, but I think, to my knowledge, they're just sanding blocks that are branded in a given way. So I would love to do a side-by-side with the Amazon ones and the Gun Primer branded sanding blocks. And it's not that the sanding blocks are that expensive, but I think it's like $6 for 3 of them. The sanding sticks seem a little more versatile. I'll be sure and give you my thoughts on each once I have a chance to do a side-by-side. Remember when I was a kid, I don't know why, for some reason, this particular song that reminded me of this, because I don't know that it had anything to do, but when I was a kid, the Christmas tradition was to go to the grandparents' house, and my grandpa had a tent trailer. It was like a tow-behind bumper pull trailer that would pop up and like beds would fold out of it, and so all the kids would stay in there. There was like me, Mallory, my cousin Megan, and cousin Matthew. We'd all stay in it on Christmas Eve, and we'd have Christmas in the morning, and you know, they'd call us out of the tent trailer, and it was fun because it was kind of like a fun sleepover. But I remember one year my grandma got all new appliances in the kitchen for Christmas, and they asked us kids to do drawings to hang up. And so we just took inspiration from Christmas song lyrics. And I drew a picture of Grandma got run over by a reindeer. And I was told, no, we can't do that one because your grandma won't like it to see that Grandma got run over by a reindeer. Which is bizarre because my grandma actually has a really good sense of humor. I think she would have loved that. But it did have a not graphic depiction of a grandma getting run over by a reindeer, but it was a cartoonish caricature of such an event. I still think it would have flown, so that would really give me trouble. It's not staying in. Grandpa's gonna sue the pants off of Santa. Where's the gif of Cousin Mel's legs changing places? They sure did turn a 2-minute joke song into a whole hour-long Christmas special, huh? Damn, hang on. Can I get that now? I'll throw it up in the crucible. We're like almost out of time. It's almost too late. It's here. Hang on. Where is it? I can't find it. Somebody link it in the Discord. I'll have it in the thing tomorrow. J. Wind's really picking up out there. It was like 80 degrees all day, so it's kind of nice that it cooled off in time for, you know, the winter holiday. The one where Cousin Mel is dancing and her legs change places, but like it's supposed to be like where one leg goes over the other, but instead it just becomes the other leg. It's an animation error, and it's kind of funny. But it is, I think, during the Grandpa's Gonna Sue musical number. They've got the pineapple hats, if I recall. It's been a minute, though. Oh, yeah, just the GIF will be fine. I just want something to put in the Crucible. Probably should have gotten that ahead of time, because that would have been fun for the today. And instead, we did the nothing. So, whoopsie. Whoopsie doopsie. Alright, learning all the hot tips and tricks, Jasper. You're going to use these techniques in your new cup noodle kit whenever that shows up. About gouging into this plastic too much, because I do need it to be pretty flush. Perfect. I'm really super duper excited that you really enjoyed putting those kits together. That is exactly the purpose of me doing this, is getting people excited to make stuff. I want to up my game, of course. I want to get better. And I want to improve, but also I want the things I do to be attainable. I want people to see the things that I do here and be like, ah, hell yeah, I can do that. I can make something awesome, and be encouraged to do it. And, you know, one day I want to have really cool kits that are super badass and really, really neat. But at the same time, I don't want anybody to see those things and be like, oh man, I'm never going to get there. So maybe I can stay that middleman and run the ferry. We're going to clip this together so I can sand this down, because I remembered to do that this time. Whenever you have two pieces, let's try and get this to focus this time. There we go. So whenever you have two pieces that come together, and it really didn't focus like I wanted it to. There we go. So you've got the seam line here. I've got a little bit, and it's not much, but I've got one of those gate marks left here. You can kind of see it just a little bit. They come together. So if I were to take this in half and sand down each side individually, there might be kind of a, where it should be flush, there might be a little bit of a gap or a mar or whatever. So the idea is that you put these together first, and then you sand them down together so that it stays kind of smooth or flush. So we're gonna see if we can't manage to do that. And I really want to avoid taking the entire corner off, because if you're not careful, you can definitely do that. I'm just going to use the whole ass needle file. That's going to take some cleanup. There we go. So now you can still kind of see it, but it's flat. It doesn't catch like on a fingernail or anything. And whenever I glue these together, that should be pretty much smooth. We're back down to here now. So we get this separated without cutting anything. Like I don't know if you saw me trimming up these pegs earlier. The idea is that you cut them off a little bit so that there's a little bit less friction, so it's easier to get them apart if you want to do that later. Of course, not at all necessary if you're just clicking them together. I want to do seam line removal on this though, which I'm going to have to figure out the logistics of, probably in my own time. But for now, we're just doing a dry fit. We'll get everything together. We'll clean it up and do the seam line removal and priming and everything else later. But for the most part, this frame should come apart. I need to figure out this elbow, because that's going to be a problem. This is 902. Let's see if we can't get this other arm done. For those of you at home who've not put a kit together, these are polycap joints. They're kind of a rubbery material, and they go into anything with like a peg or a ball socket. The idea is that they're kind of smooth and grippy, but you should be able to position them around and they'll kind of hold in place. They're pretty common in the high-grade kits and stuff, but less common in kits that have a full working inner frame. Let's see. 40 and 43. This is the one that I accidentally cut out too earlier, so... find it in my box of stuff. Alright, so here's another instance where I need to remember to mush these two together before I try to sand it down, except those two don't go anywhere. Nippers are getting all boogered up. Get out of there, you. Right, these ones should be safe to sand down without fitting it together first. There we go. I think it's kind of grody, but I think it'll fly. Yeah, there it is. I'm definitely creeping up on bedtime. I'm slowing down, jabbering less. Too much jabbering was just the right amount of jabbering. Then what's this? Seems like it should be smoother than it is. It's our feature, right? Let's see if we can't get those nubs ground down just a smidgen. Biggest issue with the glass file, I have a hard time telling at a glance which side is abrasive. I mean, it's not just impossible to tell, but that should be better than it is. I don't know why. I'm trying to take this apart and get a better look at it. I'm worried about that peg's in just a little bit tighter than I like. I'm worried about tearing it apart. I said to sand these down together, but seems to be a little bit of a nubbin I gotta worry about. Okay, cool. Almost, guys. Which side's the front? This side's the front. Okay. Definitely have some stuff to figure out as far as gluing these together, because if I do seam line removal on this, it's gonna be stuck together forever with this, and I don't know what to do about that. I could maybe I make it look nice. That's gonna be hard to paint, of course. Definitely gonna have to look more into this. Oh well. It's a problem for future Travis. Need B25. That's that other hand, huh? I try to whenever there's one of these pieces where it's obviously a peg that's going into a hole. I try to save that one for last. That way if I accidentally nudge on the piece or stress it, it's going to stress it on that invisible part. I don't know that that's an especially stunning or groundbreaking maneuver or revelation, but you know, it's something. And weird elbow thingy. Get over here, weird elbow thingy. You're the real MVP. So, anyway, for those of y'all still here, I'm going to see about doing a Thursday Christmas Eve thingy tomorrow. Nothing especially special or festive. Just going to keep working on this, doing the straight build. Where'd that thing go? There we go. Hopefully get this knocked out so that I can spend the holidays doing other stuff. I mean, one day I'll stop putting my tools down every few seconds and I can actually get all my work done in one go. I really need to get some more followers. You guys have any tips? You know, other than begging? These sanding sticks are actually super great for getting anything that the glass file cannot. But the glass file is super great for just kind of 360 no scoping these white pieces. I didn't sand you down yet, but I also can't find where I'm. There you are. I don't know where the rest of this was clipped in, but I guess that's a... There's two. So where is three? There you are. There is that. I'll figure something out for the arm. Anyway, let's clip that boy in. Let's give him chicken dance arms. There we go. And he is mostly good. You know, I just noticed this guy's got a pretty good Christmas color scheme. He's got that white and red. So, how festive. We match. One of us is going to have to go home and change. It's too embarrassing. Anyway, thank y'all for sticking around. It is 9:15-ish, so creeping up on my bedtime. I am going to kick over to the outro. Torsi the torso. Yeah, I like to do the leg first and build up, and then put the head on top of the leg and have a pants Gundam. Anyway, I wish y'all a happy longest night. Y'all sleep tight and stay warm. Take care, guys. See you next time.